Prepare to be amazed as I share 20 mind-blowing holiday hacks that are guaranteed to make your Christmas much more effortless. Now, no party is complete without a photo. So we are going to set up a quick photo backdrop that's going to be fantastic for any one of your events. What you're going to need is a tension rod, a shower curtain rod, or a curtain rod. I'm using a shower curtain rod, so what I'm going to do is size it so it fits snug in an entryway. I grabbed a roll of wrapping paper and I clamped the cut end to my shower curtain rod. Then I let the wrapping paper fall to the floor. The weight of the roll of wrapping paper on the floor will keep it in place. However, you could get some blue painter's tape or just some regular tape and tape it down to the floor if you wanted to as well. Next, grab some scissors and poke them right into the center of the wrapping paper. You want it to be about face height, and it does not need to be a clean cut. You want this to look like someone is bursting out of a gift. So any jagged, craggly edges are fantastic. Make the hole big enough so that you can have a whole head or two poking through. Now, each one of your family members or guests can take an adorable holiday photo with their heads poking through this festive wrapping paper. You could even have some themed props for people to hold. You could have some cute antlers or presents or even candy canes. What a fun, cheap, and simple backdrop. This is an easy way to create a photo station so each one of your guests can leave the party with a photo to remember this special event. I have the hardest time wrapping awkwardly shaped gifts, for instance, a candle. Now you could get a gift bag and put your candles in there, but that can get pretty expensive after a while. So let me show you a more economically affordable way to wrap these awkward shapes. Get your wrapping paper, cut it large enough that it will go all the way around your candle. You're also going to want to leave some excess at the top and at the bottom. Get a piece of double-sided tape and put it on one of the edges of the wrapping paper. Then place the candle in the center of the paper and roll the paper around the candle. Then slide the candle out. Fold the bottom of the wrapping paper about 1.5 inches from the bottom. Get some scissors and cut slices 1 inch apart from each other. The center section should be the height of the candle, and then you're going to want to fold the excess paper at the top down, snip off the corners at the top, open it up, fold it again, and snip off the other corners so you have 4 diamond cutouts. Slide the candle back into the paper and then fold the 1-inch segments down to cover the bottom of the candle and tape them in place. Once the bottom is taped, place it right side up, get a segment of your choice of ribbon and tie it around the top. Because we cut the diamonds in the paper, it will fold onto itself without crinkling or ripping the paper. This was so easy, so cute, and much more affordable than buying a gift bag. Do you ever lose the top or the bottom part of a cardboard box? I do, and so I have a lot of mismatched lids and bottoms. What we're going to do is we're going to create some smaller boxes out of one of these lids. What I did was I took the lid and I folded it 3/4 of the way until it touches the top of the fold. I opened it back up and I folded the other side in the exact same way. I went about 3/4 of the way up the box until it touched the edge. Then I opened the box back up. You can see the creases that we made. What we're going to do is get a pair of scissors and we're going to cut along these creases. There's 2 on each side of the box, so I just cut along these edges on the first side and then I did the exact same thing on the other creases on the other side. Now I can fold this box over and voila, you have a smaller box. How cool is this, you guys? We made a brand new box out of a lid. So now if you ever have those tops or bottoms of cardboard boxes floating around, now you know you can transform them into a different size box in a few seconds. Now that we have our newly formed box, we are going to decorate the front of it with a Christmas tree ribbon. What I did was I got a segment of double-sided tape and I placed it in the center of the box. Then I chose some white velvet ribbon. I pressed the end of the ribbon to the top of the tape, and then I zigzagged down the center of the box. You'll start out with zigzags that are shorter, and you'll get longer and longer as you go down the length of the tape. This will create your Christmas tree. Once your zigzags reach the bottom, cut the end of the ribbon, do one final press down the center of the tape, and now you have a festive Christmas tree ribbon to decorate this plain box. Again, that was so easy to do, and how festive is this adorable Christmas tree? You can embellish it even a little bit more. You could put a star at the top, or you could put some little ornaments on it. I think it looks cute just the way it is, and it was a piece of cake to design. A quick and easy way to decorate for the holidays is with some festive plates and bowls. I have a whole bunch in my kitchen in the glass fronted cabinets. There's such a simple way to bring in that holiday flair. If you can't find any Christmas dishware that fits in with your color scheme, or it's just out of your budget, let me show you a quick, easy way to get a festive plate. All I did was I cut some stickers out on my Cricut Maker. I have a snowflake and a Christmas tree, and then I have 2 white plain plates. I placed the snowflake sticker in the center of the plain plate, and then I moved on and put the Christmas tree in the center of the second white plain plate. And just like that, now I have some festive holiday dishware. You can get stickers for so cheap at pretty much any craft store or even the Dollar Tree right now. You can theme these so easily. Get a sticker that goes along with your Christmas color scheme. And the best part is, once Christmas is over, you can just remove the sticker and you've got your plain plate back. I have a lot of holiday entertaining coming up, and I want to make my Christmas tablescapes as beautiful as I can possibly make them. I'm going to show you how to fold a cloth napkin into a Christmas tree. I'm going to use this gorgeous, frosty, wintry cloth napkin. This napkin is one that I created, and it is available on my website. To turn this gorgeous napkin into a Christmas tree, I flipped it over, folded it in half, and then folded it in half once more. Turn it so it's on an angle, and then I began to fold up each corner of the folds to the top. I flipped it over and folded it into a triangular shape. Flip it once more, and then tuck each of the corners of the flaps underneath the pocket above. And just like that, we have folded a cloth napkin into a Christmas tree. This little cloth napkin Christmas tree can be stood up. You could put it right side up on a plate. Of course, you could lay it down. You could top it off with a star, or you could even create some place cards and tuck them right inside of the folds of the Christmas tree. This festive Christmas tree would be a unique touch to put at any place setting. The link to this cloth napkin will be in my description box. Now let's move on to wrapping gifts. I have the hardest time keeping track of my scissors and my tape when I'm wrapping gifts. I don't know if you have the same problem, but inevitably I'm going to lose one or the other. So I'm going to give you 2 options of how to keep these items together. The first option is to either get some ribbon, string, or yarn and tie it around your scissors. I just tied it into a knot, and then on the other end of my ribbon, I tied it around the tape. Now, if you find the scissors, you know that the tape is going to be attached to the opposite end. Now, option number 2 is to get a plastic container. My container is from the Dollar Tree, and it has some dividers in it, so I could put some small scissors on one side, some tape on the other, and then I also put some ornament hooks in one of the dividers. Ornament hooks I lose on a regular basis, so it's nice to have all 3 of these items in one spot. You just put the lid on it, and then you can carry it with you from room to room, and you will not lose your scissors, tape, or ornament hooks. Next, we're going to create a cheap and easy centerpiece that looks so expensive. What you're going to need is 2 Dollar Tree vases. I have a larger one and a medium-sized one. And then you're going to need 2 ornaments. Mine are from the Dollar Tree. These are little pine cones. They're adorable. They have some berries at the top with little pine cones. What I did first was I cut the string off the top of the ornaments because we do not need that anymore. Then I filled up the bottom half of the vase with water. Next, grab your ornament. You're going to want to make sure that your ornament can get stuffed in the vase and get stuck in the middle. So get one that's the perfect size and get one that's like this where it's a little more malleable so you can press it in there and it's not going to break. So what I did was I just put it down in the center of the vase. Once it was stuck in the middle, I filled the top with water. Now, if your ornament does not get stuck in the middle, when you add water to the top, it will float to the top. So if you want your ornaments floating on the top, you can do it that way. But if you want it in the center like mine, get one that's the perfect size. Once my first display was finished, I moved on to my second. I did the exact same thing. I put water in the bottom of the vase, pressed my ornament into the vase until it was right in the center, and then topped it off with water. We want to add a sparkling touch to the top, so I got 6 tea lights and I placed 3 of these tea lights at the top of each of the vases. These float. You can use little tea lights like this, or you can get a bigger floating candle and place that at the top as well. Then I just lit these candles up, and I love the warm glow that it adds to these vases. You could have a whole row of these going down a tablescape. You could also put them on an island. You could scatter them around a food buffet. There are so many places that these beautiful holiday vases could be displayed. You could also easily theme them into your color scheme with the ornaments that you choose. Because these items were from the Dollar Tree, it was very affordable, but they look very expensive. These would be a perfect addition to spruce up any holiday decor. So while we're on the subject of beautifying our tablescapes, we are going to take another cloth napkin and fold it into a different design. This cloth napkin, again, is a design that I created and it's on my website. I love the poinsettias and the white berries and the gorgeous green leaves that are on these napkins. They are elegant and beautiful. We are going to turn this cloth napkin into a bow. So what you're going to want to do is fold the napkin in half on a diagonal, take the tip and fold it in. Then you're going to fold the napkin 3 times. Flip it around and fold the ends over on both sides. Grab a napkin ring and slide the end of the bow through the napkin ring. And then slide that napkin ring right up to the center. And just like that, you've created a beautiful festive napkin bow. These bows look so elegant on the center of my place settings. What brings in the elegance factor is the napkin itself, but also the napkin ring. Because of the crystal and gold, it makes this napkin look like a showstopper. This stunning napkin bow will surprise and delight those dining at your table and make your tablescape look one of a kind. Here's an easy hack that will help you to roll out your wrapping paper. I took a broom, but you could get a mop, or if you have a long pole, you could use that too. I removed the broom portion of it because that's dirty and we do not want it on our table. So once that portion had been taken off, I got my wrapping paper and I slid the pole through the center. Then I poked the pole through the slats on the chairs that surround my breakfast table. This will hold the pole in place while you roll out the wrapping paper for your gifts. You can roll the exact size that you want now, and it's not going to roll away. Your wrapping paper is going to stay where it needs to be so you can measure it out easily. This is definitely a hack that I plan on using this year. I know that Christmas is on its way when I walk into the craft store and I get a waft of cinnamon from those cinnamon pine cones. I just absolutely love it. Cinnamon to me is a holiday scent. So what we're gonna do is get some cinnamon sticks. And when we're packing up our holiday decor this year, we're gonna put some of these cinnamon sticks in with our storage bins. So when you open up those boxes next year, your house will get a beautiful scent of cinnamon, which will let you know that Christmas is on its way. I love the way the ornaments look bunched up together. You could get some cheaper ornaments and bunch them together to get a more substantial look. So I have two ways that you can do this. The first is to get a pipe cleaner and thread it through the top of the ornament. Put as many as you would like on this pipe cleaner. I'm going to do 3 ornaments right now. Once they've been threaded onto the pipe cleaner, you twist the pipe cleaner together, and now you can wrap it around your tree. Using a pipe cleaner is great because you can get it in a variety of different colors. You could get a white one if you had a flock tree. You could use a green one if you had a pine tree. So you can color coordinate those to go along with your holiday color scheme. If you don't want to use a pipe cleaner, you can use a zip tie. Just take the end of the zip tie and thread it through the top of the ornaments and then attach the ends together. You can get an ornament hook. You can attach it to the zip tie, and then you can hang this ornament bunch on your tree. By grouping ornaments together, you can get a big look for a small price. Do you ever have something long and thin like a lip gloss or a mascara that you want to wrap, but you just don't know how to? Get a piece of wrapping paper. You could even use scrapbook paper. Fold one edge, and then fold your paper in half twice. Next, take the top of the paper and make a fold, and do the exact same thing on the bottom of the paper. Get some scissors and cut off the corners very similarly to the way that we cut off the corners when we wrapped our candle. You're going to want to do 2 on each side. After you're done with that, unravel it, put some double-sided tape on the folded side, press the edges together, and then open it back up. Then you can take your lip gloss or your mascara and put it inside. Next, you're going to get some ribbon and tie it around each end. Because we made those cuts in the wrapping paper, it folds nicely without tearing the paper. This is a simple and easy way to wrap awkwardly shaped items without using a gift bag, which makes this very economical. Plus, look at how cute this is. It's absolutely adorable. Here's a way to wrap a gift with a gift. That sounds a little odd, but trust me, it works so beautifully. You could get a cloth napkin, which is what I'm going to use, or you could even get a scarf, and we're going to use this to wrap up our gift. So I took my cloth napkin, I placed the small gift box in the center. I'm going to fold the napkin over the box and tuck it underneath. Then take the other side, wrap it around the box, and tuck it underneath the box again. Then I'm going to take both sides and bring them up. But before I tie them together, I'm going to get a gift tag, slide it down the end of one side of the napkin. Then I'm going to simply tie the napkin into a knot. Then zhuzh it up a little bit so it looks like a bow. Not only are you giving somebody a gift, but you are wrapping it with a gift as well. So this is a 2-for-1 gift that you could give somebody. It's so beautiful, it's so elegant. I know that I would love to receive something like this. I found these adorable mini Christmas wreaths at Hobby Lobby. They come in a package of 3 and they were 50% off, so they were so affordable. We are going to use one of these wreaths as the center point on a gift. What I did was I got some ribbon and I cut 2 segments and placed them in a cross. I put the mini wreath in the center of the gift. I wrapped the first ribbon around the wreath, got some double-sided tape to secure the end of the ribbon together. I repeated this process of wrapping the end of the ribbon around the sides and the top of this wreath, and I secured it together with double-sided tape. I did this on all 4 sides until all the ribbon was secured to the wreath. This is such a unique and beautiful way to wrap your presents. If you wanted to use these presents as a display, they would look beautiful under the tree. You can even get a pretty gift card and place it in the center of the wreath. There's so many ways to decorate with this item. The second thing that we're going to be doing with these mini wreaths is use them as napkin rings. So I got my cloth napkin, I folded it in half, flipped it over, and then I brought each of the ends down towards the center. Then I'm going to fold the top parts towards the middle one more time. I flipped it over, took the mini wreath and slid it over the top of the napkin. I repeated this process with my second napkin. I simply folded it the same way that I did with my first napkin, slid the wreath over the top, and now I have an adorable way to display my napkins. And because these wreaths come in a package of 3, they are so affordable, and at 50% off, you cannot go wrong. So if you want a creative napkin ring, these would be great. Also, if you want a very affordable napkin ring, these are fantastic as well. I've run out of ornament hooks before in the middle of decorating, and it gets really frustrating because you have to stop everything, run to the store, grab some ornament hooks, and then come back. Well, I have an alternate solution for just regular ornament hooks. What we're going to do is get some rubber bands. I have these small rubber bands, and all you need to do is thread the rubber band through the top of the ornament, take one end of the rubber band, thread it through the other side, and now I can hang my ornament on the tree. It just slides right on there, so if you need an alternative option for an ornament hook, simply use a rubber band. If you can't tell by now, I love a beautifully wrapped gift. So what we're going to do with this gift is we're going to make a triple looped bow, and we're going to do it with just our hands. So I took some ribbon and I began to loop it around my thumb and my pointer finger. I went back to the thumb, back to the pointer finger, back to the thumb, and back to the pointer finger until I had done it 3 times. Then I took the end of the ribbon, put it under the loops, pulled it over the top of the loops and towards the back. There's a place where you can tie it. Once it was tied into a knot, I took it off my fingers, and now I have a beautifully looped bow. I put some double-sided tape at the top corner of my gift, and I pressed that bow right into the double-sided tape. You could use any ribbon that you wanted to. You could get a thicker ribbon, a thinner ribbon, and it would make different size bows. This is a unique and beautiful bow that you could place on any present to make it a showstopper. Another way you can wrap a present is by taking some ribbon and start in the center, wrap it up on the upper corner, bring it down to the bottom and wrap it around the lower corner. Bring it back to the center and then tie it into a bow. I love the way that you can create unique designs with ribbon. We did so many designs with ribbon in our wrapping today. I can't pick a favorite. I love them all, and they make each one of my presents look festive and unique. Christmas can be a stressful time, so I hope that one of these hacks will help you to relieve a little bit of that stress. I hope these unique holiday hacks will inspire you in a variety of different ways so you can make this Christmas the best one yet. You can live beautifully and hopefully stress-free during this holiday season. If you like this video and want to see more like it, I would love to have you subscribe so I can share those with you. Thank you so much for watching.